Welcome back once again. This is Mukul Yudhvir Singh. We are here at the ET Auto EV Conclave 2025. This is the 10th edition. And sitting with me here is a special man, Hardeep Brar, BMW. Hardeep sir, wanted to speak to you about future of retail sales. You know, a lot of things are changing drastically, dramatically, not just in India but outside as well. Where do you see the future of retail for cars heading towards?
Um, it's a lot of crystal gazing. Frankly, let's look at how the trends are changing. I think if I look a couple of years back, we were talking about tabs and we were trying to explain it to the consumers, but today we have shifted to big screens, right? It's a full TV screen because on a small phone or a tablet, you are not really able to give the experience to the consumer. Now we are explaining all our products, all the features on a big screen. In fact, there are certain screens which are like, almost 8 feet by 10 feet, where customer can really get an experience. These are very, very high resolution pictures, and people are actually able to understand, what goes into, and they're able to actually appreciate, the colors. The colors are closest to, the real car when you look at such high pixel screen. So this is from the digitization perspective. I think AI will solve a lot of problems in the future. For example, all the queries which are there, uh, you don't need sales consultant to explain everything. You will have AI models which are answering the questions of the consumer. Of course, you need the people, but I think AI can take over a lot of stuff which is being done manually. So digital screens, AI, I think that's what I feel. It's going to really revolutionize in the times to come.
Very interesting. Especially your focus on AI.
Yeah.
Arun, where does AI sit in this digital era now for retail? How does it come into picture real time?
So let's say there is AI that directly goes to customer, then there is AI that somebody on selling can use. And for us, with a lot of tech that's moving around, it's like saying I've built an amazing car, but then the people who are actually using it, that I'm looking at Salesforce as drivers. If they don't know what it is, how to present and how to relate it and how to navigate the path, then then you're depending on the customer to discover what they want and how they want, and then they become broadly like saying, "Ki, sir, मेरे पास screen है, so I'm showing you this," and you can click anything, and that's not really the best use of somebody on the field. So we look at AI at two levels. So first is, consumer AI. I'm leaving it aside because possibilities are infinite. The challenge comes in when you're inserting AI in between human conversations, because there's always that machine man divide, saying ki, as a seller, am I going to use AI? Am I going to say ki was ye amazing hai, aap use karo, or am I going to look at it saying, was then if AI is solving everything, what is my role? And there's always that fear of unknown. So a question is, how are you going to help them get prepared offline? Is one part of where we use AI, and the other part is how are you going to help them use AI as part of their sales conversation, so that they don't, it's still their pitch, their solutioning that comes across, but through another platform is how we see this. But possibilities, have kind of grown, and AI has become fairly democratized with respect to use cases in selling. So
Thank you, Arun. Sir, Hardeep sir, thanks to 10-minute deliveries, same day iPhone deliveries, our attention spans have decreased. If I may say so,
Yeah.
right? I can put in a digital inquiry for a car today and say no to taking a test drive tomorrow, and that is a missed opportunity. How often does that happen, and how does it hamper the overall plans?
See, our plan is that within 30 minutes, you should be able to catch up with the customer, give him what he wants, because I think speed is very, very important, right? But of course, I think the leakages are there, and that's the role of the team to keep finding the reasons why it is happening, why the test drive is not happening on the same day, because there's a possibility that the test drive that customer has asked for has already gone for a test drive, and you don't have that car in the showroom. So I think it's an ongoing process, and we need to make sure that all these leakages which happen in the system are streamlined, and that's where the customer experience part comes into play.
Perfect. Digital inquiries versus real test drives. How does your data say about the differentiation in the actual amount of sales at the end of the day?
So digital enquiry is yet another input for us because a lot of times the problem is, outside of direct digital enquiries where I input, there is also a lot of data that goes around the kind of research you do, the kind of, pseudo inputs that you get based on attributing, certain other research questions that kind of come in. So digital, it's more of a discovery. Question is, can I go to an event and do it? Can I go to, can I go to a mall and kind of get enquiries? So I mean, digital is yet another channel. Question is, once the lead flows in and the conversation starts, question is how does it really go in? And today I think digital leads are much more commonplace because people are used to putting in details and waiting for that call to come in, etc. So that way a reasonably interested customer calls in, and I'm sure most brands also kind of have a first call, qualify the lead before you kind of walk in, etc. But in terms of, is there a big difference between digital leads and non-digital leads? Today, we are not seeing that case. For us, it's all like, it's just another channel from which you're getting leads. So,
One last question to both of you. How was your experience here at ET Auto EV Conclave 2025, the 10th edition?
See, I've seen ET Auto Conclave, evolving over years, and I can, say that this is by far the biggest one I've seen. The number of participants, the number of sponsors, the number of people who are participating in these exhibitions. I think it has really gone to the next level, and I must compliment you for the great work that you guys have done.
Thank you, sir. I think this evolution has been proportional to the brands who have associated with you and evolved. So, thank you
Thank
for
you.
gracing us,
Thank you.
like always.
sure.
Arun,
No,
your
I
take.
think it's been a wonderful opportunity for us, and I think it's a great learning experience where you have, all decision makers come and talk about what they are looking at, the future of how they see future, and I think it's an amazing place to be in.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you, Hardeep, sir.
Thank you.
This is
Thanks.
Mukul Yudhvir Singh signing off for ET Auto EV Conclave 2025, the 10th edition.